Guys, Grogar here again with a quick goal making video today. I've just received a really large shipment of Elementium ore, as you can see. I've got about 3,000 ore to disenchant, prospect even. So I'm just going to quickly explain what I do with this kind of ore, how I make a lot of gold from it, and you know how I use it to my full advantage to make the maximum amount of profit I can. How do I get the ore in the first place? Well, I bark in trade a lot. I say in trade, buying vast quantities of Elementium ore, and I basically buy an unlimited amount. I say I can buy an unlimited amount because I don't think there's anyone on my server who could supply me with enough Elementium ore so that I couldn't afford it. People like the fact that I can buy, any amount they can send me. They like the guaranteed income. If they farm it, they are going to get a guaranteed price, and I'm always going to give it them very quickly. People want their gold quickly. They don't want to wait, 4 or 5 hours until it sells on the auction house, and then the auction house takes 5%. They want it now. They want it at a good price. They want it at a stable price. They don't want to, they don't want to have to not sell it on one day because it's cheap and then wait until the next day and such. So people like selling it to, people like being a supplier because they get a guaranteed income. Right, now, how do I post my rare gems to start off? Rare gems, how do I make gold with the rare gems that I get from prospecting? So as you can see, I'm just making a few here. I just go through my jewel crafters list and I make the ones that Altaholic tells me I don't have. So I just scroll over the gem, it'll tell you how many you've got, and I just make them according to how many I've got, how many I need, etc. I try and keep 2 or 3 of each gem at all times, and just so I can keep them on the auction house, keep mine as the cheapest, and just keep the prices rolling. So I'm just making some Inferno rubies here because I've experienced that they are my favourite gem to get, obviously, because they're used by every single character apart from tanks usually. Bold, brilliant, and delicate are the 3 cuts that every single class in the game uses, apart from tanks, who usually use mastery or stamina, so they're big sellers as well. I use this add-on called Trade Skill Master. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of buttons on the side. One's called Cancel. If I press this, it will automatically undercut. It will automatically cancel any auctions that I have been undercut on. So, if I just press it now, you'll see all the auctions that I have up that have been undercut by other players, they will start to cancel, and it will just cancel them so I can grab them from the mail and put them back on the auction house at a lower price so that I am the cheapest. So here we go. See, I've been undercut on Nightstone, so that they'll just cancel, and then I can go and grab them from the mailbox, and I can repost them so that I'm always the cheapest person and I'm always the one who people want to buy from. So I just run to the mailbox now, grab those gems with all that Elementium, as you saw. I use Postal for my mailbox. It really just doesn't do loads, but it just does so much little subtle things that just makes everything a lot easier to use. Postal, I would advise it. So back to Trade Skill Master. I just hit the post button. Now just post them for cheaper than the people on there by an amount that you set. You can undercut people by. It posts them quickly. It posts them at the cheapest price, and to basically get them to post items at specific prices that you want, you have to go into the config and set up groups. Now, TSM, it takes a while to set up right at the start when you first install it, but it just saves you so much time. It's so worth it. Honestly, I could not live without it. So here we go. Here's the config. That coin on the right goes into your group settings. Right, now you can see my rare gems there, if I just click on it. And they're all my cuts there on the right. I've added into the group for it to post and cancel accordingly. Here are my settings, so there's my undercut buy, 2 gold. I will undercut buy when I'm posting 2 gold. So the cheapest like already on, and then I will go 2 gold cheaper when I post them. There's price threshold, pretty self-explanatory. It will not go under that price. Once I crashed the gem market, me and a gold seller basically crashed the prices completely down. They were going for 5 gold or less. Basically every cut apart from Inferno rubies. I got a lot of hate mail. I made a fair bit of profit, not as much as I am now because the prices have evened out, but I did. It was a lot of fun. And we basically just destroyed the prices because we were just constantly undercutting each other by huge amounts to try and dominate the market. So that's what Threshold does. It will never post any of the items in this group below the amount that you set. Sorry, my mum just walked in, so I had to stop recording for a second. Right, so price threshold, it won't go below this. Fallback prices, you can just see appearing at the bottom. The fallback price is the maximum price you will ever post for. So if there are no auctions for under your fallback price, or there are no auctions at all, it will post for this amount. I set mine at 200 gold because 200 gold is a lot for a rare gem. If you can make 200 gold off any cut, usually Inferno Rubies, you've basically paid for 4 stacks of, or maybe even 5 if you get, probably 5. I'm buying at 40 gold usually. So you've paid for 5 stacks. You will usually get 1 Inferno Ruby per 5 stacks. So your Inferno Rubies are therefore paying for your ore, and everything else is profit, profit, profit. Now you can see I use TSM for a lot of different things. Celestial Essence, then Vitality Scrolls, cards, a few other things. Nothing as big as the gem market, but I do use it for most things. I would just like to say a quick thing about uncommon gems, what I use my uncommon gems for. I use them for, as you can see, these pendants and rings and such that I make with jeweler settings and the uncommon gems. And then I disenchant them to make enchanting mats. Jasper ring is one of the big ones because it requires 1 Jasper and 1 jeweler setting. Jeweler settings cost 50 silver. Jaspers are usually about 10 gold, so it's 10.50 for one of them. One of them disenchants to about 20 to 40 gold of enchanting materials. There's some profit, as you can see. Jaspers you get a lot of. You will be making a lot. You will find these a complete bane because you'll just be making masses and masses of them. I've once made, 4,000 Jasper rings in a day, and they take a long time to make. They take a long time to disenchant, but the prospecting, the profit that you get from prospecting and then disenchanting, etc., is so worth it. Another big maker are the Carnelian Spikes. These are fist weapons that need 3 Carnelians and 3 jeweler settings. 3 Carnelians is usually about 45 gold, and then 150 for the setting, so it's about 46.50. Now, you usually get 2 or 3 greater celestial essences from disenchanting these, which is, on my server, about 2 to 300 gold. Now, that is a lot of profit. Now, with the guild perk that you unlock at level 23, you get more from disenchanting, so it increases the quality of materials gained from disenchanting. So that's going to help in the profit even more. It doesn't include prospecting, which makes me die a little inside, but at least it includes disenchanting, which helps a lot. I also use sometimes the yellow Alakite and Hessonite for disenchanting. I never disenchant Nightstone, really, and you can't disenchant Zephyrite, so I usually just either sell Zephyrite to vendors or sell it raw or something similar. I'm just going to have a quick word about my view on the gem market. Now, you can probably make gold with this strategy on your server. Elementium is ridiculously cheap compared to the amount of gems you can get out of it. Now, on a good day, you can make a lot of gold. I usually don't go below a certain value because I don't really, I have the time it takes for me to disenchant and prospect and stuff is worth gold. I mean, I could use that time for other things. As the goblins say, time is money. So there's a certain profit that I kind of want to make my time, worth it. So I don't buy so that I'm breaking even because I don't really want to spend my time making no gold. But I will buy, to make a very little profit because, it depends how much time you can do it in. And what, in my opinion, differentiates a very good shuffler from a very bad shuffler is, 1, efficiency at producing this stuff, speed at making it, speed at prospecting it, speed at disenchanting it, speed at getting it onto the auction house, etc. And the other thing is having suppliers. Suppliers who can supply you with a regular flow of ore and other materials just make your business. I mean, if you can get a regular amount in, then you're set. I have 2 to 3 suppliers. And I just received a large shipment from a friend who was transferring a lot from another server where it was ridiculously cheap. So with a constant income of Elementium ore, you can keep a constant control on the market, and you can therefore create constant gold flow. I'm on about 450k liquid. With the amount I've invested into pyrite ore, I'm probably on about 560, 570k, you know, net, everything. So really, I'm looking to gold cap during the few weeks after 4.3 launches, which is where I assume epic gems will come into play. I'm hoping they come from pyrite ore, obviously, because I have a lot invested into it. If they don't, then I'm still going to break even. But, you know, that is when I'm hopefully looking to make my million. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. This has been a quick goal-making video about the Saronite Shuffle. Not the Saronite Shuffle, that was the Wrath of the Lich King version. The Elemental Shuffle. You can do the same thing with Obsidian. It works just as fine, just you'll get less rare gems to sell, more uncommon gems to disenchant, so it takes more time. I don't know exactly how much, you know, worth they each are. I think they've got a base value of like 35 gold for a stack of Obsidian, a bit less for Elementium if you just vendor the gems. But really, you'll never be vendoring the gems, so you'll still be making profit a bit, you know, more than the floor price. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.